I got a haircut. Welcome back, guys, to episode 3. We're making a game here. It is a struggle. So here's a few updates of what I've done since the last video. I needed to 3D model some stuff, so I decided to create a brand new motel because I did not like the motel I made. So I decided just to scrap the old one or just put it aside for now. Make a new one to see, just to get my 3D modeling skills, see where they're at. They are not up there. They are horrible. I decided to start with finding some reference photos, and after looking through some motels in small towns, I realized that I could take this cube, make it a little longer, make it a little wider, and just a little bit taller, and then extrude this side, bring it over here, and boom. I got this amazing L shape for our motel. I even added a door and a window real quick, decided to do that, and the reason I took the old one out is because of how I modeled it. The textures just were not working with Godot. So pretty much what I did was I created an inside wall, almost like if you were building a real building. You know, you don't just have the outside wall, you know, you have drywall. So I kind of added like my own personal drywall into the hotel, and it worked. So that was perfect. I then continued to build up and design the motel a little bit more, add some more little designs and details. It's not my best work of art, but it's my first 3D building, and I'm proud of it. I really am. I decided to add some depth to the building, and I added these whole things right here to kind of give it better depth. I decided to add some fake doors and fake windows and fake AC units to kind of sell the illusion that this is a whole building, you know, a very interactive building. When in reality, you can only go into the main part, but that's okay. We will deal with that. And I think it came out pretty good. The next step I decided to do was to export it and put it into Godot for some texturing. Went on the web, found some great textures to use from Polyhaven. Great website. I believe it was Polyhaven. One of the two. I can't remember right now. My brain is that's my brain right now. So after putting in Godot and adding these textures to it, it came out looking like this. And it, in my opinion, looks beautiful. I love it with this lighting. And I think it's perfect, except it's too bright. I love the lighting, but unfortunately it is too bright. You know, I made the poles all rusty. I textured the inside, so that way in the future, once I start modeling, I can add some furniture in there, make it look homey, you know, like it's actually a real building. Obviously, there's not a front door or windows yet, but as you can see, the fake doors and the fake windows and the AC units, if you use your imagination, you could tell. I think they came out pretty good. You know, this is my first time fully 3D modeling and texturing a building for a game, and I'm really proud of it. You know, it looks really good. Now, obviously, walking around, I thought the character was a little small, so I decided to kind of change the size of the character. I didn't realize it at the time, but in the video, this little yellow triangle caution thing, yeah, that's bad news. Godot doesn't like it when you switch the size of something and make it unproportionate for some reason, and sometimes your stuff won't work right. And luckily I haven't had nothing go wrong yet, but future Cole realizes this issue and he fixes it the proper way. After designing the motel, I felt inspired. I felt ready to go, just kicking at it, you know, just keep going at it. You know, I just want to put my foot through that door. I wanted to keep going and keep modeling. I burnt myself out, but before I burnt myself out, I 3D modeled the farmhouse. Yes, there is going to be a farmhouse. Unfortunately, I don't like the farmhouse that much. I might end up changing it. I think it's too big on the map, in my opinion. You can't go up the flight of stairs, you know? It's a 2-story building, but we're going to keep you on the first story because my skill level, I don't want to deal with stairs. So to keep the player from ever entering the stairs, we're going to have debris in the future. The farmhouse is going to be kind of ran down. I mean, there was an alien invasion, you know, these people went missing and stuff, so it'll make sense, you know, for the game. I added a chimney and everything too, you know, I kind of like it, but some texturing issues with the top roof. If you look real close, you'd be able to tell. I'm not going to point it out, but I'll just see if you guys can notice it in the video. Anyways, I also decided to keep going with the 3D modeling. You know, maybe I just wasn't good at modeling farmhouses, and I decided to start working on the trailers in the trailer park area. That was a disaster. I spent a good over an hour trying to figure it out. Nothing was working right. For some reason, my walls didn't want to create the windows that I needed or the doorways, or sometimes it just nothing would work. I decided to just kind of test it. I threw it into Godot, realized that Godot sees the whole Blender project as one massive asset, and I can't separate them unless I do it in the Godot editor. But if I do it that way, I am kind of going in blind and not realizing where they're really going to be. I mean, technically, yes, if I can just place them around and put them in a type of design that can be completely copied and pasted, but then it looks too repetitive, especially with trailers. I want it to be kind of more sporadic. You know, we have 4 to 6 different designs we're gonna have, maybe even more, you know, different trailers. And I don't want the same ones in the same spots over and over in rows, you know, it's not gonna look right. So I decided to scrap those trailers, remake one. It turned out better, kind of. It's a little too big. Again, on the sizing issue here. I am messing up so much on the sizing. I'm trying to figure it out, but we're slowly making progress, you know. At this point, I was getting fed up. I was getting tired. I just wanted to quit. This game is really beating me up and wearing me out, but we're not giving up. Probably going to take a break from the game and post some other content, but we're not giving up. Just let my brain rest from all this game design. Anyways, I didn't want to stop this project with this little progress. So I took the one building I was super proud of and decided to make a scene for it. Yes, that's right. I took the motel and I decided to start working on that. So I decided to 3D model a few more things. I 3D modeled a road, a sidewalk. I did some hedges, kind of. They don't really look like hedges, bushes. I'm gonna have to work on those, but they will do for now. Now, placeholders. You know, placeholders are nice. Now, I tried to design a tree, learned that I suck at making trees. So I did decide to go and download a tree asset. I know. Said I was gonna 3D model everything. We're gonna 3D model almost everything. But after getting the trees in, placing the trees around a little bit, kind of messing with the placement, I also 3D modeled the sign for the motel. I love it. It came out perfect in my opinion. The neon lights that are lighting up, the crooked L, the rust all over the sign. It really is starting to make this place feel more apocalyptic / ran down. Like, these things are just messing up this town. Like, these aliens have been here for a while, and it's coming out beautiful, in my opinion, until I go and run the game. This is what I get. It looks like trash. But just remember, look at GTA 5's early gameplay. Yeah. See my point? We can always finish up and add more details, but for now, I am proud of what I've created so far. It looks beautiful in my own mind. Definitely trashy in other people's opinions, but beautiful, and I love it. And that's the main important thing when it comes to making your own game. You have to be in love with it before other people can love it. And you get other people's opinions for the flaws that you can fix and make something you love even better. Criticism is key. And after messing with the lights a little bit and making this beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork, I'm happy with where I'm at right now. Now, before I end the video, I just want to say thank you for everyone who's been subscribing, commenting, liking. I promise I'm going to comment on everyone's comments as much as possible. If you have questions, a few people have already asked me some questions. Feel free to ask. I'm not an expert. I'll give you my best opinion. You know, I'll say hi back, and I have some more future video ideas coming up. I'm going to take a break from the game for a little bit, let my brain just rest, take a break so I can get back to being motivated on this game again. It's not going to be a long break. I'm still going to go back to it. This is not getting thrown away. I just have so many different video ideas I want to do, and I hope you guys stick around for this journey and enjoy them. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.